I think we're live. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. JJ, it is 1:05 a.m. in the morning. What on God's given earth are you doing up at this time of night? I have things on my mind. Okay. There's some things I want to address that have sort of been on my mind as we speak. All right. First of all, I'm trying not to talk too loud because my aunt is here and she's trying to sleep and I'm trying to be respectful. Okay, my parents are also trying to sleep too. There's a couple of things that I wanted to address on here. First of all, hello and welcome on in. Okay. This is the truth, guys. This is the truth. Some of you have wondered, okay, JJ, why don't you yell more? And then some of you are like, well, JJ, why are you being so negative? Right? They want to know. They want to know, JJ, why don't you yell more? And JJ, why are you so negative? I need you to understand something. Okay? I'm still new to this. Right? I'm still learning what works and what doesn't work. It has taken a lot out of me to become this negative about the Phillies. It's taken a lot out of me. I have screwed up a lot of times when I'm live, and I've made mistakes. Okay, I've made mistakes. I've gotten rid of people that I didn't agree with. I don't know why I would do such a thing like that. I don't know what got into me doing that. Flat out wrong. Okay? I make myself accountable for that. I do. I make myself accountable for that. I'm on here, though, because I want you all to know I'm not naturally a yeller. I'm not naturally a yeller. Okay? It has taken a lot for me to get really mad about this team. And when I'm on my live streams, okay, I'll address like that I have like podcaster JJ and that there's broadcaster JJ. When I originally came on here, okay, I need y'all to understand I came on here because I wanted to broadcast games. That's originally why I came on here. Okay? I came on here because I wanted to get reps. And then that led to building a community. That's led to, building a really cool foundation on here for talking to people all over the world and building connections with people. And I've learned as I've gone. Okay? And while some people aren't happy, when I don't rage or when I don't yell, and some people aren't happy, like when I'm so negative, I'm trying to find a balance. And I'm not naturally a yeller. I'm not. I've learned, though, how to express more of my disappointment with this team through giving stats and through just my tone. And so I want you all to understand, for those people that have this misconception that I'm not mad at this team, that's how I feel. That's how I feel, man. I feel really mad at this team. I'm very annoyed with this team. And the fact that they're playing this terrible baseball right now, it's not fun to watch. And some people were coming at me before saying that, Rob has definitely not been, doing good stuff with this team. Whatever. He hasn't. And those people are right. What the hell's going on with this chat? What the hell's going on with this chat? Anyhow, I'm not happy. I'm really not happy with this team. Okay? And I want you all to understand that I'm not happy. And I came on here because I have definitely gotten some comments from people that I should be more mad, that I should be more sad. And I want you to understand that I am. It's hard for me sometimes, though, to really yell. I'm not naturally a yeller. I'm not. But that doesn't mean that I'm not disappointed, because I am. I'm very, very disappointed with this ball club. It is the Eagles all over again. And Jackie, I saw that you were on here before, man. I owe you an apology. I've learned a big lesson from that, man. Anyhow, I don't know, man. This team is really pissing me off. I don't really have anything better to do right now. But I want you to understand. I really want you to understand that I may not yell because I'm not naturally a yeller, but that doesn't mean that I'm not disappointed. I'm so freaking angry with this team. I still can't get over that this team literally could not get a hit off of Spencer Schwellenbach. Still can't get over that. It's disappointing. It's pretty disgusting, too. Bro, what are y'all saying in the chat? Really? I don't understand what y'all are scrolling in the chat. I don't get it. Tom says I shut them off tonight. I can't. My job, at the end of the day, is on to the next one, man. On to the next one. I call the games like they are. But I've learned how to embrace more of a different side to this. Rob, Caleb, Kevin, all those people have really put this team in such a horrible position. They really have. I'm trying to find a balance of how to be negative, but also how to be positive at the same time. Positive meaning like not positive on the team, but positive about how I can still keep people engaged in my stream. Okay. I hope that you understand that I'm not happy. And I may not say that. I may not look angry. I may not look mad as I'm calling the game, but I am. I just wanted to clear that because people have come at me. People have come at me. And people have been like, dude, why are you so negative? And other people have come at me and saying, man, you should get even more mad. I'm trying. I'm trying. That's all I'm trying to say. The fact that this is keeping me up at night, it's pretty bad, man. There's not one solve with how this is going. I never thought that it would ever get to this point. Did I see Rob's interview? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I put myself through it every single night. Absolutely atrocious. I actually watched Trey Turner's interview and I was even more mad. I was even more mad with Trey Turner's interview. Trey's like, it's weird that we're all going through this slump together. No, Trey, it's not weird. Trey, it's not weird. Trey, the reason why you're going through this slump together is because you're attacking the zone and every at-bat with the same type of approach. That's what's going on. That's not weird. Everybody's doing that. Everybody. That's not weird. What's weird about it is that you think it's weird. And that's the truth. The approaches at the plate are atrocious. And it's sad. It's so sickening. Harper, I didn't get to watch his interview tonight. Rob, I did watch. We'll be back at it tomorrow. That's what he said. We have another series. It's on to the next one. Yeah. That sounds like a way to cheer my teammates together, right? We have another game tomorrow, on to the next one. the bats will come alive. Yeah, I feel definitely re-energized after that. Sure. How about you not play Wes Wilson over at third base? How about let's start there? How about you host more team meetings? It seemed to work for Trey. How about you also try and make this team or put this team in a position to win and change the lineup every once in a while and actually pinch hit guys. How about you try to do that, Rob? Not to be negative, but why Rob say that with a straight face? Ask him. The media needs to be harping these people more. That's my main takeaway. I think it has now gotten to the point where the media needs to be asking these tough questions. And they're not going to. Because the bosses are going to think that it's so negative, it's going to give them bad press, and all this other stuff. We need people to ask these questions. Because you know what the fans want to hear? The fans want to know why. The fans want to know why you didn't pinch hit Bryce Harper. The fans want to know why you played Wes Wilson over at third base. The fans want to know why JT Realmuto, when he was given the day off, wasn't able to pinch hit. The fans want to know why Jose Alvarado has to come in during the 8th inning when he has shown you time and time again in 2024 that he cannot pitch in high leverage situations. The fans want to know why this team can't hit and that they're seeing just about on average 3 pitches during an at-bat over these last 6 weeks. 3 to 5 pitches. That's what the fans want to know. And why you consistently go out there with the same approach over and over and over again. That's what the fans want to know. And they're not going to skeleton. They're not. They're not going to do that. Who did the Phillies play this weekend? They play the Royals. They play the Royals, and they play at Kauffman Stadium. So, I don't know who's pitching. I definitely need, I'm going on vacation tomorrow. And I'll be back on Tuesday. And I won't be covering the team. I may post some YouTube shorts and some videos, like some vlogs and stuff. But yeah. We will always be back for more waiting for the World Series win. It's not the road, it's the bats and Kevin. It's everybody. Somebody came onto my chat tonight, and I have a lot of respect for this guy, but I had to disagree with him here. He said, it's on the players and it's on Rob, it's not on Kevin. And I said, what do you mean by that? I didn't say what do you mean by that, but he explained. And I told him, if you don't blame Kevin and you blame everybody else, then you're letting somebody else off the hook. Which is the truth. I do not like the word accountability, and I think that it's overused. But there is none. There is none. I'm sure that they're upset. I'm sure that they're mad with how they've been playing. But for the people that earn their hard money, for the people that pay for the tickets, for the people that pay their time to watch these games, right? That invest their time to do that, they deserve to have the answers. And they deserve to feel happy when the team is doing really well. And when they're not doing well, they should demand for change. Welcome to Philadelphia. That's how it works. I appreciate you listening to your streams because you don't constantly rant and blame. I'm not specifically a Phillies fan, so I thank you for maintaining a calmer demeanor. I'm not naturally a yeller. I naturally get excited when things are going well, but you can sort of hear the shift in my tone, like when I'm not happy. And I want people to understand that if they want to hear somebody yell, go see Philly halftime. I'll lecture them like I do at the end of my streams, and I'll point out what's wrong. I will. Sometimes I may yell, but that's how I am. That's how I'm wired. That's sort of the broadcaster stuff in me. I'm not saying that all broadcasters are like that because some broadcasters do get really mad. Paul Allen, to be example, or for example. But I'm JJ. Right? I have a little bit of a calmer demeanor. But it doesn't mean I'm not mad. Y'all are 20 games over 500 and first in the NL East. It'll be okay. When people say that, I don't think that they're watching these games. And if you are, how can you be okay with 7 to 8 weeks of terrible baseball? Too much money for this crap, yeah. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. I'm not here to tell you that the season is over. I'm not here to tell you that. But I'm telling you, there's a big problem. And some people don't see it. Others do. Okay, you caught me. I haven't watched a Phillies game. I'm just a jealous Tigers fan. Hey, man, I got you. Nothing but mad love and respect, you know what I mean? Nothing but mad love, my guy. On paper, though, the Phillies have had the third worst record since the All-Star break. They have. And they have also lost 9 out of their last 10 series. Is that correct? No? Has it been 9 out of their last 10? It's been something like that. Does Rob care about this team? I can't go that far. I think that Rob cares. I just don't know if Rob knows how to get them out of this. Do you understand? Does that make sense? I think that he is more so their friends, right? He doesn't know how to be hard on them. Right now, they're not playing baseball where they're having fun. You know what I mean? Like when there's no pressure on them and they're having fun, that's when they're playing at their best. And I don't think Rob knows how to handle this whole slump. He can't steer them out of this. I don't think he understands how to do that. And that's why I've raised the question about bringing in another manager. I'm not telling you that that's going to cause a shift in everything, but there needs to be a change in philosophy. And I just don't think, I think he's losing the clubhouse, if that makes sense. And he doesn't know how to get them back on track. That's how I feel. I think he cares. I just think that he doesn't know how to bring them back on track. But at the same time, when I'm watching his press conferences, it's the same thing. It's the same approach. And I think that he, again, wants to be their friends. Right? And there's no toughness about him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's how I am, but he seems to really have a calm demeanor about him. I'm calm, but when things don't go well, I'm tough. I'm tough. I'm tough in my own way. And I question if Rob has that. I don't know. I don't think he does personally, but that's just me. I'm not around him every single day, so I can't really say. But long story short, I don't think he knows how to steer them around. And I think they need somebody else, potentially, if they can't get right. So, but yeah, I am mad. I'm pretty disgusted. And maybe you can hear that in my rants. And if you don't see that, well, I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. But I also don't want to be too angry on my streams when I'm doing the games because of the fact that I know that when we're always focusing on the negatives, I want to sort of get the community back and sort of bring like a new type of energy to the stream and still make it entertaining. If I was always mad, if I was always upset, you know what I mean? It's not as entertaining. Games make me mad too. It's cool. It's good for clips. Don't be too hard on yourself, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I do. I really appreciate that. I'll tell you on a brighter note, I'm proud of this Eagles team. The Eagles have kind of, I wasn't feeling so good at the end of last year, but I feel a lot better about them this year, right now. It took me a little bit of time to sort of come around, but I'm excited. I'm really excited about the Birds. And maybe that could be a breath of fresh air. Don't you worry, we're still going to cover the Phillies like we do almost every single day. But I'm just saying that I really haven't thought too much about the Birds. I'm so excited about Jahan Dotson. I'm still kind of curious. There still is a little bit of a gray cloud over the head of myself in regards to why the Commanders let him go. I know that they said that he wasn't doing well in practices. That's what the reports were coming out as. However, I still think it's a really good move for the Birds because they didn't really have to give up a lot. A third-round pick is great. Really. That's a good risk. Low risk, high ceiling, man. You know? So, I'm interested in that. The only thing that concerns me about this team, well, there's two things. Number one, it all comes down to QB1. You can't be turning the ball over. And I think that most of the turnovers were on the offensive play calling last year. But sometimes I need him to execute. And he needs to have the vision and he needs to execute on the passes. If you're having an ankle problem, you would naturally think that he would want to get rid of the ball more and just throw it away. I need him to do that more this year when he feels like that there's pressure coming. Instead, last year he hung on to the ball and he got sacked a lot. That's a problem. And hopefully he does fix that this year. I think he can do it. I think he can have a really good year, but I need to see it. The other thing that concerns me too is the defense. Jalen Carter has been like the only guy that has panned out from the draft as of now. Jordan Davis, he's been a project. Nakobe Dean has been a project. Nolan Smith has been a project. And I think that they can do well on the defensive side of the ball. I think that the linebackers and the defensive tackles, and the edge rushers and all that, I think that they can have a good year under Vic Fangio. I like the secondary. I think that that's going to be really, really strong this year, especially with Cooper and Quinion and the depth that they have. But I'm hoping that the linebackers do a really good job this year, and that still is sort of a hole, in my opinion. Now, you're going to have holes. That's the truth. You're going to have holes in any sort of a game when it comes to football. But can their strong suits outweigh their holes? I think that that's a fair question. Sirianni needs not play action, I think. The run game works pretty well. Project draft picks have been pretty disappointing lately on all teams. I'm excited for Bryce Huff. I am. I'm excited for Devin White as well. I think that those two pieces will be really good. But ultimately, I do think that they're going to get to the quarterback more this year. I think that they're going to break free and drive through zones and put more pressure on the offensive lines. I do. How many more sacks, how many more forced fumbles will they get? I don't know. But I do think that they'll improve. I still think that that's a little bit of a hole, though, in their game. Offensively speaking, there's no excuse. Jalen Hurts has all the weapons. Saquon Barkley, Will Shipley. Like, we were looking at Greg Ward a couple of years ago, and we were using him as a QB1. As a wide receiver 1. We were looking at Alshon Jeffrey, right? Nakobe Dean. Who was the guy that was drafted in the first round? Wide receiver, Jalen Reagor. We were looking at those guys as top wide receivers. But yet, at the end of the day, we got we got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson. That's a very good 1, 2, 3. And the Eagles haven't had that. I miss Travis Fulgham. He carried me in fantasy one year. I feel you on that. I do. I feel you on that, man. But no, bird season I'm very excited about. I can't wait for kickoff, man. I really can't. I've been so disappointed in these preseason games. It's so hard for me to watch. I know that the races for depth chart stuff, left guard, and all that sort of stuff, I know that that's important. But the fact that we just can't see Jalen Hurts and we can't see the first unit out there, That's a turnoff. It's the truth. It's not fun. I'm curious to see how they run the brotherly shove with the first unit. I think that'd be really cool. The ceiling for the Eagles this year should be contender. It should be. There's no excuse why they can't finish top 5 in offensive stats in regards to the team stats and offensive rating. If they finish below that, that's unacceptable. They should have one of the top offenses in the NFL on paper with Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator. Defensively, I don't know. But the one thing that I loved about the Birds a couple of years ago when they made it to the Super Bowl is that they would milk the clock down and they would put up long drives. I think this year we're going to get that again. And that's going to put less pressure on the defense, and less is more, in my opinion. If you're putting up 9-minute drives on the clock or 8-minute drives, and you have the football for like 9 minutes and it's like down to like the 6-minute mark, that's great. That's great. Win the clock battle. I think that they can do that more this year. I do. And that's how I think that the recipe for success is going to have to come. Less is more on defense. Make your offense put up longer drives. I don't always want to see Hurts throwing the long ball, man. I want to see him trying to make more short passes and have them utilize the run game more, and the ground. But that's where my mind is in regards to the Birds. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I really am. All right. I think I'm done. I think I'm done on here. I'm done rambling. Just wanted to come on here. Just wanted to talk a little bit more about the Phils. I'm tired as hell. But I wanted to sort of set the record straight, and I hope I did. I hope y'all understand. I am tough on myself because I know that I can't be a people pleaser and I can't like appease all audiences, but just know I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to do a mixture of everything. I am. I'm also trying to come on here a little bit more because I noticed that that's something that I should do. And we learn as we go. I'm always open for critiques, always looking for ways to get better. And I appreciate you all so much for helping me learn. You know what I mean? So, thank you. You'll figure it out, do what makes you happy, and keep to it, and it'll stick. Thanks, guys. And if you're watching on the replay, I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll go live tomorrow again. All right. And we'll be posting some more videos over the weekend. All right. Lalatov. Good night.